Hi, good evening. Yeah, welcome back to our wisdom and confessional streaming on a Tuesday night. So I hope everything is working today. Yes, I'm getting my streaming in YouTube. So if you are on YouTube, you can use the chat so that we can make this two-way communication. So it's always good to have a conversation rather than me just rambling away. Okay, I'm getting the YouTube audio on, so I switch it off. Okay, can go about our audio, our podcast right now. Okay, anyway, good day. Good to be back. Thanks for allowing me to do this. Okay, another feedback. Okay, sorry for the distraction. So I've always been, I always get distracted by another channel that is going on. Okay, anyway, I want to welcome you back to our hold on. Okay, I want to welcome you back to our Tuesday Wisdom Live. Okay, I got a bit confused because I wanted to change the channel name from Tuesday Wisdom Live to Wisdom and Confessionals Live. Okay, why I do that is because I feel that rather than making it into a one-way combination thingy, I should make this into more honest conversation with my audience, with all of you. Really hope that it can be a two-way thing, that I can share truthfully from my heart how I feel about different things that is happening around us and also in our own personal lives. And I want to be as authentic as possible, as honest as possible, really what God is really doing in my life. Anyway, I want to start today's podcast by saying that I quit. Okay, in my promo, I say I quit. I've been working so hard, and yet I don't see any results in what I do. Yeah, maybe you're feeling the same way too. You feel like quitting because maybe you're in the midst of studying, and no matter how hard you study, how much work you put into your studies, right? You find that the result doesn't come back in the amount or in the effort that you actually put in. Yeah, maybe some of you are also working. Maybe you put in a lot of hard work into projects, into things that you do for your boss, but you never seem to get the credit. You never seem to get the promotion or the reward, that seems to be due you. Well, it can happen to anyone. We feel like we put in so much, but then we don't get anything back. So today, yeah, I just want to casually talk about feelings like that. Speaking of that, yeah, I'm talking a little bit about the channel that I started. Okay, I think it's been several weeks, even though I'm getting some responses. My channel is growing and more subscribers, but I still feel that I put in so much hard work in creating videos and doing all these podcasts, right? But I'm maybe not getting the right amount of feedback or right amount of results from the people that I want to serve. So I get a little bit discouraged as well. And one of the key things that got me discouraged actually is this morning I woke up. For some of you, you know that I'm on a fitness journey, right? So I want to reduce my fat content level from 24% right up to under 20, okay, in 2 months. So I think yes, it's already been 2.5 weeks. Yeah, and I've been going to the gym regularly. I think I go to the gym almost every day. So I've been training very hard. And this morning I woke up and then I stand on my weighing scale, which gives me the fat percentage level, right? So, and it records 21.8%. Now, that is a healthy level. But I remember updating you guys maybe a week and a half back, right? That I was celebrating that from 22.7%, I have reduced my fat content level 1.5 weeks ago to 21.8%, which is the same recording that I did this morning. So what does that mean? That means that 21.8% and 1.5 weeks later is still 21.8%. So I feel that with the amount of effort and work I put in into my fitness, into lowering my fat level, I really not getting the results back in the same way. So I know how you guys feel. So I know some of you may be disappointed in different areas. So if you can put in the chat, like what sort of areas that you guys find that you feel like quitting, and that you wish that you have gotten better results than you are getting right now. So I don't know, maybe it's not fitness, or maybe it's not in starting a YouTube channel like me, but maybe it is. I do not know. What is it? Maybe you study very hard and you're not getting the results that you want. So maybe I wait for some responses, like what areas do you find sometimes disappointed in? Maybe you have invested in some relationship, some friendship, and then you find that you put in so much hard work in that friendship, right? But you're not getting the response from that person back also. So that could be something that you might want to share and tell me. Hey guys, I hope that you are able to share more of what you're going through and what sort of challenges that you're facing in your pursuit of your dreams. I will always take feedback very positively. I will take it and I'll use it as material for the content that I want to put that I can put up. Okay, so I hope that you write what it is. But anyway, yeah, just thinking through about this thing about the feeling of quitting. What I think about this issue is this. I know there's always room to quit. Sometimes when you are doing something, you're pursuing something, and you're not getting the results that you expected, right? In a consistent basis, you try, but then yet you're not getting somewhere. I know there is room to quit, to really say that, okay, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. But most often than not, I think the answer is not in quitting. The answer is not in giving up. So I know that, yeah, some of us that we may be very challenged to think about moving forward, with whatever you're doing, because there's just so much tension, so much obstacles that you all may be going through. So you just feel like there's no way out. But I still feel that you should hear me out, or to go forth and really look for a solution to it rather than quitting. So our first thought should not be quitting, definitely. Of course, I know that a lot of you have persevered and have done all you can, and really at the brink of breakdown, and you really can't see how to move forward in a positive way. So I just want to, just like how I'm feeling right now with my fitness, and how I'm feeling with my YouTube channel, it's really hard to get it going, right? I want to encourage you to think of it differently. I remember, if I look back at my life in this matter of quitting, right? So I can think of 2 times that I actually quit, and it's regard to my job. Okay, I was a IT consultant. I was a project manager in a big firm in Singapore. So I remember quitting that job to go full time to join the church. I was offered a job to be the children's pastor in that church and the ministry that I lead to venture into, and I remember quitting my IT job, and at that time it was a hard decision. I felt that after 10 years in IT, it was about time to also, and I feel that the calling for me in my life is with people, and in the people industry, in the non-profit. So I step up from my IT job, giving up a high pay in order to pursue sort of the next phase of my life in the people industry, okay, in the church, leading a group of children together with volunteers, building the volunteers team. So I remember quitting IT for that. But then now I think about it, I haven't really quit IT, because I remember during my stint in the children's ministry, serving the children, actually I use a lot of IT. I use a lot of social media. I think part of my portfolio was in the IT department of the church also. So I didn't really quit IT in a sense. Even after I relinquished that role to be fully in children's ministry as a pastor, I really didn't quit. I think I was one of the most innovative leader, okay, in the team, and I've been always initiating different ways of doing things. In fact, I started my first podcast called The Art of Children's Ministry during the time where podcast was just starting. I was one of the sort of the pioneer to go into that space, and I remember doing 5 episodes, and I quit that because I don't think there is audience at that time. Okay, so everyone that I deal with is actually in person. I have a community there, so I felt that podcast was too early during that time. So I really didn't quit IT. If you look at even right now, I am in IT. I have a digital marketing business, helping people using IT to market their business. I have I do so many things in IT. Okay, and now if you talk about how I make money, right? Most of my money is made through my handphone. I'll show you my handphone, but it's plugged on. So everything is done through, yeah. So my phone. So I am still in the heart of IT. So I don't think I really quit IT. It's just that I quit a job, I quit a role, right? But I venture into something else. But IT has always been a part of my life. Then, of course, 4 years, 5 years back, I quit my children's ministry job, and I went into business. And I thought about it. I didn't really quit children's ministry because today, why I started a business in the first place is to fund the work with children overseas, in the missions field, in orphanages, and in marginalized communities all over Asia. So I'm still in children's ministry. It's just that I quit that role as a children's pastor so that I can become a missionary in the marketplace and also in these communities that I'm working with. So I really don't think I quit children's ministry, but I quit the role, okay? The role, the title as a pastor in that local church that I was in. So really it's not quitting. So it's just it's a different form. My dream and my goal has always been the same. It's just the method change. So I have this idea about quitting. Maybe we are not to quit our goal or our dream. Maybe what we need to quit is the method and how we do things. So I want you to think about this, Okay, I'm talking to dreamers here. I'm talking to those who have a dream, those who have a calling, those who wants to pursue purpose, okay, in their lives. So of course, if you don't have a dream, you don't have a purpose, right? Whether you quit or not is actually irrelevant. Okay, so what are you quitting? I mean, you're quitting a job, you're quitting a role, it's really irrelevant. But if you have a dream, you have a purpose, you have a calling, you have something in your heart that God put in it, you have a higher value dream, like maybe to help people, to serve people. So I want you to think about, maybe don't look at quitting a role or a method or how you do it. Okay, think about think about quitting your method, how you do it, or a role, but never ever quit your goal and your dream, because your dream is your dream, right? That's what we learned from the person I interviewed last week, David Ho, right? Your dream is your dream. So in conclusion is, think about quitting how you do it. So today I call that, okay, maybe I quit in terms of my fitness, losing fat before I go back to Singapore, to be my fat level to be under 20%, right? 20%, yeah. Now it's 21.8%, even though it's an improvement when I first started, which is 22.7, right? But for 1.5 weeks, it didn't appear that there was any improvement, right? But maybe I shouldn't quit that goal of losing fat, but maybe I should quit the way I've been doing it. It's every day overtraining. Maybe it is. Okay, I will leave this fitness journey for a later time when I evaluate the whole campaign at the end of my 60 days. Okay, but right now it's just talking about quitting, whether we should quit our dream, our goal, or should we just quit our method and how we do it. Okay, and my conclusion is always, maybe think about quitting how you do it, so that you can adopt a better way to do what you are doing in pursuit of your dream. So I think this is, the first thing I want to talk about. So if you feel like quitting, yes, I think, think about taking a rest, think about stopping. Yeah, so rest. If you think about quitting, just rest. And I think after you're rested, you come back, maybe you'll be able to address your problem in a different way, you have a different strategy to attack that problem. Okay, but yeah, make sure that you don't quit. What's important to you, your dream and the goal that you have set it out to do in the first place. So that's number one. Of course, I'm not saying that if you really have a dream and a goal that is unachievable, okay, like David Ho mentioned, if the goal is to become a prime minister and you really not, on your way, you're not a politician yet, or you're not, even studying to be a politician, or you're not even close, right? Then I think you should quit those dreams. But I'm talking about your genuine, worthy dream, okay, that you have in your heart. So that's first thing I want to talk about. I also want to talk about I also want to share that I want to end this with why earlier I shared that, okay, I want to change this podcast from Tuesday Wisdom Live to maybe we call it Wisdom and Confessional Live. Yeah, I just feel that it should be honest conversation, a casual conversation rather than a one-way thing. So that's the reason why I feel that method and that we should change. But my goal and dream to connect with you, to build a community, to serve young people like you, is always there. Okay, so from today onwards, this Tuesday live will be called Wisdom and Confessional. Wisdom, hopefully I share with you enough wisdom to help you on. Confessional is just sharing my own personal journey, also like my own struggles. So that's why I said that I feel like quitting too. I hope I can relate. You can relate with what I go through also in my pursuit of my dreams. So that's the first thing. So second thing I want to talk about is mentoring. Throughout my life, if I look back, I have so many mentors. Some are formal mentors, some are informal mentors, some are physical mentors, some are online mentors. Okay, but whatever it is, I value mentoring, and I really like to learn from people who have done it, who are ahead of me, and I always appreciate time that I can spend with people who I can learn from. Yeah, so much so that today at this day and age, maybe after the COVID pandemic, and everyone is being pushed back to spending more time at home. So I value time whereby I can talk to people through Zoom also. And likewise, where I subscribe to podcasts or I listen to people when they have information to share with me. I also appreciate those type of things. But I think one thing is for sure, it's not difficult to find mentors nowadays. You just have to know what you want. You just need to have a dream, and there are mentors out there that you can access to. Okay, maybe you can't find them on a one-to-one basis, or they will zoom you, but you can always subscribe and learn from people online as well. So it's amazing nowadays. I find a lot of content, right, that really align with what God has called me to do. Even in terms of, I used to be from a church, and I used to learn a lot from spiritual leaders from the Christian faith. And even today, I find a lot of I can find a lot of Christian people that I can follow that really align with the flow of what God is actually doing in my life. One of the person is called Troy Black. Troy Black is a YouTuber, and he shares prophetic messages. That is based on the Bible. That means whatever prophecy that he gives is actually backed by the Bible. So this is scriptural and very holistic. And I feel that it really represents the heart of what God is doing in the Christian community, in the church. So I subscribe to listening to him as well. Of course, I don't take in everything. I always have to be wise to check against the Bible myself, like what he or she is sharing. So that's from my Christian heritage. But from leadership, from my business, and for other aspect of my life, I have so many leaders that I follow, and I always find that listening to podcasts is often more enjoyable, okay, than reading books. Having said that, yeah, I still read books. Remember 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I reviewed this book, The Go-Giver Influencer, and what I learned from it. So I still like reading a lot. So I finished reading this, and today I just picked up another book. Okay, I found this book in Borders. Okay, it's called Unshakable: How to Be Confident When You Are Nervous. And this title actually struck me as important because the audience that I'm trying to reach young people as well, people who may have issues with being confident. So how to be confident when you're nervous is very good. It's by this guy called Ayman Aslan. Okay, Ayman Aslan. And he shares very practical tips about how to build your confidence. So I learned from people like that. Okay, even though he's a Muslim, yeah, I learned from people from the Muslim tradition and how they relate with God and how they live out their spiritual life and how their principles are applicable to today's lives as well. So I know a lot of you, yeah, you may want to follow this guy. He has a very popular blog and YouTube channel as well, Ayman Aslan. Okay, and it's maybe according to your tradition, the Muslim tradition also, so you can actually follow him. I want to say that, yeah, learn through listening to podcasts, mentors that have gone ahead of you. Okay, they may be able to point you to the right way, and also not just listening to podcasts, but also read. One thing I find that reading is so important and so effective is this. I know a lot of you are learning to speak English, or you're learning to speak well, including myself. Okay, I don't think I speak very well too. I think that reading actually helps in the way we speak, because when we read, actually our mind is processing everything that we read, right? And is processing it in a way as if we are speaking it. Okay, so if you read, and maybe sometimes you want to read out aloud, right? So you will come across a different way of expressing certain things. You will come across words that you normally, that's not in your vocabulary, and then you can use it. And you will come across just different ways of expressing and talking to somebody. So I feel that reading always improves how you communicate and how you talk. Sometimes you're not confident to speak to other people is because you feel that you don't have a good command of the language. So I think reading is a good way to get you out of that. Yeah, you can get that through reading books by different people, listen to podcasts by different people as well. So I think what I want to do is I want to leave some good podcasts that you can follow, okay, in my description below. So maybe you can follow them as well, but please follow me. I'm also developing the way I mentor you and how I can be of help, okay, in your journey in life. So I hope I can value add in that way. So thank you for letting me be your coach, your mentor in whatever way. But my niche and the angle that I'm coming from is I really want to help you to dream. So I really feel that if somebody has a dream, has a vision of what they can become, right? a lot of things just fall into place. Like if you have a dream, you need to learn. So you go on a learning journey. If you dream, you will be motivated because it's your dream, right? So that settles the motivation issue. And if you dream, you will make mistakes and you will bounce back because you really want to learn from those mistakes. So that covers the struggling or the overcoming challenges part as well. So I feel that, yeah, the missing component in a lot of people's lives is their willingness, their ability and the willingness to dream. So I hope, yeah, when you follow me, you are always a dreamer. You always have a set of goals, a set of dreams that you want to go for. It doesn't matter whether you think you can achieve it or not, right? But dream is a dream. Okay, just dream, and then let's see what happens as we work it out together. Yeah, from Old Human School, yeah, we are committed to help you pursue your dream or the song that God has put into your heart. So, okay, I want to end today also talking about being grateful. Okay, being grateful where you are. Okay, it's relating to the first topic that I talk about. You know, when you feel like quitting because you're not going anywhere. From 21.8%, 1.5 weeks ago, fat percentage, right? Till today, 21.8% fat percentage, you feel like quitting. But you know what I realized? I realized if I check my journal, right, I record my fat percentage every day, you know. So even though 1.5 weeks, the recording is same, right? 21.8, right? But it was 21.8%. But for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the last 6 days, right, I consistently hit below 22%. Okay, so it was 5 days ago, it was 21.6. Second, then it was 21.8. Then it was 22.2. So it was 20.0. 20.0, and today is 21.8. So the past 5 days, 6 days, I've consistently hit that level. Okay, whereas 1.5 weeks ago, when I recorded 21.8%, right, it was a very rare time, right, a rare day that I hit that low. Okay, because after the 21.8%, the next day it went up to 24.3. Okay, and then the next day it was 22.9 or something like that. So even though it's the same level, but now I consistently hit below 22% fat percentage. So even though it's the same measurement, right, but I'm healthier on a regular basis. So I hope you know what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about wherever you are in life, right, you always need to be grateful to where you are, how much you have come, how far you have come. Because sometimes life needs to give you a setback. Sometimes you need to have a pushback, okay, in order for you to learn something, for you to progress further in life. You know, you need to experience something that gives you the potential, right, to push you forward. So it's not always going to be growing, improving. So it's always going to be 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Then hopefully you go 2 steps forward again and 1 step back. 2 steps forward again, 1 step back. So how you learn to continue to not quit but push forward, right, when you are taking that 1 step back, is to be grateful to where you are. You know, sometimes we forget that we got to where we are through a lot of things, a lot of hardship, a lot of challenges, and a lot of things that didn't go our way. But there were also times that things went our way, that things were good, that you have people around you to support you, to help you through. in the most challenging time, there's always something good. There's always something, that is worthy for you to be grateful for, right? So I want to encourage you to find that thing to be grateful for and be grateful to where you are right now, whichever level you are at, whichever position you are in that journey, right? Be grateful. So thank God. I thought you all to write in your journal a gratitude list, right? Write down maybe 5 things you thank God for every single day, right? Before you sleep, after you wake up, write down in your journal 5, 10, 20, 30. There was one time, me and my group of friends, right? We wanted to thank God to have 1,000 praise to God, right? 1,000 things to thank God for. So in our WhatsApp group, all of us contribute what we thank God for every single day. So I think for a week or so, for a full 1 week, right? We just put our praises. We just thank God for this, thank God for this, and then we hit that 1,000 praises. And at the end of that week, right? I think all of us just felt so grateful, even though maybe nothing big happened in our life or nothing amazing, to naturally celebrate, right? But because we look for things to be thankful for, and be grateful for how far we have come, right? We became a happier team, a happier group. So I want to encourage you to always be grateful where you are. I know some of you that you come from a country that you have not, that you couldn't go back to, or maybe you are in Malaysia and you are stuck here and you feel that, okay, you don't have a future forward. I just want you to be grateful and just to thank God that you are where you are, and maybe you have a group of people that love you, that supports you, that can go through challenges with you. So I just want you to be grateful for where you are. So I'm grateful for where I am. 21.8%. Yeah, it's good because I'm consistently hitting that level, right? So I'm looking forward to, now that I've taken one step back, right? I'm looking forward to push on to a new level. Yeah, so don't quit your goal, don't quit your dream, but quit maybe a different, the same way of doing things. And I hope that you get better results by quitting those methods and finding a better way. Look for mentors, listen to podcasts, read books, and go ask somebody to be your mentor. Sometimes they are just waiting for you to ask them. If you have a goal, you have a dream, right? Maybe you can call somebody, your teacher, your friend, or even your uncle, auntie, your father, your mother, mentor me, because I really want to learn, I really want to grow, and that's always possible. Okay, be grateful to where you are is also about being patient. Don't always feel like you want something, right, that immediately you have to have it. Some delayed gratification, taking it slow is also very helpful. So I always encourage people to always be just 1% better. Okay, you don't have to be 100% better. That you change overnight, right? Just be 1% better. So, and I read from this book, right? He has a very good advice. He said that always be positive, right? But don't be delusional. That means don't be crazy. Be positive, but don't be delusional to be crazy by having too big a dream, right? Or you want to be a billionaire when now you are not even a thousandaire. Okay, you want to be a billionaire. Don't be delusional. It's not necessary that you have super big dreams, right? You can always have just small dreams and always work out to be 1% better. But if you're 1% better every single day, right, you're going to make a lot of difference in the long run. So don't have to be a big dreamer like me. Okay, I'm crazy, but it works for me, and I've learned how to do it. So I encourage you to yeah, follow suit, but start small, be grateful to where you are, always be 1% better. So I hope I see you at the end of your journey, and then you're going to be so much more effective and so much better in every way. Okay, so yeah, that's all I have. Okay, I want to say hello to Harris. Okay, just say how are you. So Harris, if you're still here, hello. Thank you for joining this podcast. So with that, I just want to end again by leading you in a meditation. It is so important for us to know how to be quiet in our hearts, to be calm, and to always know that in your calmness, God will lead you forward in wisdom and in strength. So again, close your eyes right now. Okay, take a deep breath. Okay, remember to breathe through your nose. Okay, keep your mouth closed. Okay, breathe through your nose and follow your breath. Okay, into your nostrils, into your throat, to your lung, and maybe reside at the stomach. Okay, you can push further in. Okay, take a deep breath in, down to the pelvic area. Okay, and then when you exhale, you want to blow out your stress, the things that are not that's not for you, not from God, not for you, to breathe it out. Okay, again, I want you to breathe in, and when you breathe in, I want you to think about the Spirit of God. Okay, breathing in the Spirit of God. Okay, and I want you to imagine the breath that you're breathing in touch your entire being, your entire body. Okay, it's always important to know about how to feel your body. So when your breath goes in, right, I want to feel all parts of your body. Maybe the oxygen will touch all parts of your body. So I want you to feel the breath going in, right, touching your stomach, right, going down to your pelvic area, down to your legs. Okay, I want you to feel your leg. Okay, sometimes we lose touch to our feelings because we live in a world whereby everything is so disconnected. Sometimes we disconnect ourselves from the feeling of our own body. Okay, so when you breathe in again, I want you to imagine your breath touching your hands, your lungs, maybe go up to your head, your ears, your eyes, your nose. Okay, so you imagine your breath going in and touching those parts of your body. I want you to feel that feeling of that part of the body. Okay, how does it feel when the air touches your eyes? How does it feel when it touches your ears? How does it feel when it touch your hands? Right up to your fingers, maybe your 5 fingers, right? Take turn to touch maybe your thumb, index finger, your middle finger, your pinky finger. What is this? Okay, and your last finger. So take a deep breath again and feel every part of your body. Okay, you can feel every part of your body all at once, or you can feel it point by point. Okay, it's up to you. Breathe out things that are not for you, not from God. Right, breathe it out. I'm going to breathe in again through your nose. Again, the same question as last week. Okay, I want you to answer the question. If God tells you and asks you, so what do you want? What are you looking for? How will you answer him? So what do you want in your life? What are you looking for? If God asks you, if God says that I will give you all the ability in the world, like if I can give you all the resources in the world, right? What do you want? What are you looking for? If you acknowledge me as God, a powerful God that is all giving, all generous, all knowing, all powerful, and if all these things can be yours, what do you want? What are you looking for? And for those of us who fear to have a dream, to ask God for something, I believe God is telling you, my child, what do you fear? Why are you so afraid? What do you fear? Okay, maybe you can continue to spend that time with God and to meditate and be with God. Okay. And remember your breathing as a way of control of your time with God, right? Take a deep breath, inhale and exhale in a regular way. Enjoy the presence of God as you do this meditation. Okay, you can continue to do this. I will say bye-bye right now, but don't let me be an interruption to you. Thank you for spending time again. So I hope I see you next week again with something to talk about together. Check the live stream whether there's any other comment. Oh, my daughter just say hello. So let me say hello to her also. Okay, with that, I see you and take care. God bless. Bye-bye.